Aw, poor you. You don't have any friends today. Oh, well. All right, first things first. Pick which episode you want to play.
Let's see. I think we'll do this one with it being Thanksgiving.
Alrighty then. 30 seconds. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in Big Bertha. 20 seconds. So we're going. Now when a question pops up, you gotta buzz in. Then to pick the answer that you want, just hit that number on the keyboard. Follow me? Easy breezy.
Yep.
Until we meet again.
Wow.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome! Come on in! Kick off those orthopedic shoes, set that walker in the corner, and get ready to wax endlessly about life during wartime, the price of gas when you were a kid, and the need to teach all those punks on the corner a lesson or two. Category, please. Today's specialties include Grandma got run over by a monorail. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. See if you can wrap your skull around this. What's the shortest your grandmother can be and still drive on the Tomorrowland Speedway at Walt Disney World? 3'2", 3'11", 4'4", or 5 feet?
I'm gonna guess it's 4'4".
If Grandma wants to burn rubber on the Tomorrowland Speedway, she's got to be at least 52 inches tall. Just look for the blue hair peeking over the dashboard. Throw me a category. For your enjoyment, you're like totally history. $3,000 for this one. Now here's a good one. Did you hear the History Channel is trying to shake its old frumpy image and go for a hipper teen audience? Yeah, check out this description of their new show.
This Jimmy Carter guy, he totally gets this Israeli prime minister and this Egyptian president guy together, and they really hate each other, but then they become total buds.
Okay, what show is that hip teen describing? Yalta's Creek, Moscow Place, Buenos Aires 90210, or the real world Camp David?
That'd be the real world Camp David.
In 1978, President Carter totally got Israel and Egypt to sign the Camp David Accord. Oh man, it was awesome. The treaty almost didn't get signed because Menachem Begin made fun of Sadat's 8-track collection, and then Sadat went for a long walk and they played some crappy Jewel song in the background. And then they were holding hands later on, and I guess it was cool, but I don't know.
All right, I need a category. This category is known as finding blue hairs in your brush. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. And now, your question. Because it's also a popular brand of makeup, what staple item from a grandma's pocketbook might you find in her teenage granddaughter's backpack? Bobby pins, hard candy, stale cookies, or plastic rain hats?
That would be hard candy.
Hard candy is a brand of makeup. It's not meant to be eaten, but it probably tastes better than that Starlight mint your grandmother's been carrying around since the Depression. Give me a category.
I think even they have a shelf life. Even they have to have one, right?
Open wide and get ready for She's a Grand Old Card Shark. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Flex those fingers, here it comes. Say your grandma's got a sister who never got married. If your family passes her around from house to house in a literal game of Old Maid, who will lose the game? Whoever doesn't have her in the end, whoever has her in the end, whoever yells her name the loudest, or whoever slaps her first.
I think it's whoever has her at the end.
The only way to lose at Old Maid is to end up stuck with her in your hand, or in this case, your house. Having your grandmother's sister in the end. Yep, I can die now. That was the single most disgusting thing I have ever heard on the show. We've done it. We've hit rock bottom. All right, pick a category.
Really?
Hey, bless smut with dime store.
Oh, it's gibberish question.
It's time for a Flip for Dish Mess Fun.
Take a look at this gibberish category. You never clean the bathroom. Let's get the ball rolling at $5K for this gibberish question. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, take a look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what saying it rhymes with. Won't fake men see, good men lick bowls. And remember, punctuation isn't important here.
Won't fake men see, good men like bows.
Okay, first clue. My grandfather said it to me. Make me proud. Type in your answer. You know, my grandfather gave me a wooden nickel every year on my birthday. Until I had him put away. Who's laughing now, Grandpa?
Wow.
Time to pick a category.
I feel a little uncomfortable after that, Schmitty.
Let's see what we got going. Merry Christmas and a habeas corpus. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Put it in gear, because here we go. What legal and contractual present does Grandfather Claus give to good little girls and boys? Special respect for the elderly, the right to ignore new laws, a court-appointed attorney, or custody of the other children.
I think it'd be the right to ignore new laws.
If you're involved in some business and new laws come along to control what you do, well, Grandfather Claus says you don't have to follow the new rules. And the Grandmother Claus? Well, she's the one that says you can ignore whatever your mother tells you to do. She's my favorite. Throw me a category. Coming at you. There's no such thing as a free space. How does $2,000 sound? Get the wax out of your ears. It's question time. Which space on a bingo card is also the chemical symbol and correct atomic number of an element on the periodic table? B5, I20, N38, or O72?
I think it's 1.
Bingo! B5 is the correct chemical symbol and atomic number of boron. In this version of bingo, if you get 5 chemicals in a row, you get to see an old person explode.
Bingo! Bingo!
That might be one way to make that game more
All right, I need
interesting.
a category. Let's take a look at chopping down the family tree. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Heads up, here it comes. Say your grandfather's seed consisted of angiosperm. When you draw your family tree, what should the family members look like? Flowers, apes, pine cones, or tadpoles?
I think that would be flowers?
Angiosperms are the type of plants that produce flowers.
I was
So,
thinking
guess that
it's
means
either
you
going to be
look
1 or
and
3.
smell like your grandfather too. Ugh. Category, please.
It's time for a question again.
We're calling this one. Hope I die before I get 969 years old. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. So apparently there's this guy in the Bible named Methuselah who lives to be like 969 years old without ever breaking a hip. Anyway, when Methuselah wandered around the nursing home for hundreds of years bragging about his grandkids, what did people have to hear over and over and over and over and over again?
My Noah put animals on a big boat. My Jonah was puked up by a whale. My Moses spoke to the burning bush.
Or,
My Mary had a kid without really doing it.
I may regret going with this, but I'm thinking it's Moses.
thou shalt not pick wrong answers. Wrong and don't pick wrong answers.
Oh, it's 1.
So you don't
isn't
lose
it?
any sleep over it. At age 187, Methuselah begat Lamech, who begat Noah when he was only 182. And Noah? Well, he didn't begat anything until he was 500. It's sad, really. Methuselah went to his grave thinking his grandson was, more into animals than women. All right, pick a category. Hey, not bad. You chose a when did happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. A man first walks on the moon. Then I'm going to list off 7 other events like this one. All you got to do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. The category for this when did happen is the old woman who lived in a shoe condo. So everybody knows the Little Red Riding Hood story, right? Sure, she had a grandmother. Which reminds me of this little precious moment. The wolf eats Red Riding Hood's grandmother. Boy, that's a tough break. Okay, does this happen before the wolf gobbles up Granny, after the wolf chews her up, or does it never happen at all?
I think it was after. It was before, okay. That was after. It never happened. Come on, man.
That's it. Let's see what we've done. A little bit messy, but not awful. Let's see how this treats your overall score. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Give me a category.
Well, Thanksgiving, this feels very appropriate.
Here we have to boldly nap where no man has napped before. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hey, remember when John Glenn went back into outer space at the ripe old age of 77? Well then, let's have some fun. With what true early childhood story could John Glenn have bored his fellow astronauts while they were in space?
They made rocket fuel from sheep dung. The astronauts were called sky flappers. We had 8 planets, not these fancy 9. Or we thought outer space was all liquidy.
It's either 1 or 4, I think.
Let me show you what I would have picked. By the time our 9th planet, Pluto, was discovered, John Glenn was 9 years old. NASA was able to track the elderly John Glenn spacecraft by keeping an eye out for a slow-moving shuttle with its left turn signal on.
I mean, of course, now it's like we're back to 8 again.
All right, give it up for Swimming Pool's Roasted Dog. How does $4,000 grab you? Hey, you know how on the Beverly Hillbillies, Ellie Mae always has a bunch of critters running around and Granny is always cooking up a bunch of critters? Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Say Granny accidentally cooks up one of Ellie Mae's critters for supper. If Granny makes a goulash, what will Ellie Mae and the rest of the family be eating? Squirrel stew, chicken casserole, skunk souffle, or hare hash?
Goulash. I think that is a stew.
Goulash is a Hungarian stew made with vegetables and various meats. It also makes for a very interesting 4th verse to the Ballad of Jed Clampett.
We don't want to talk about that 4th verse,
All right,
though,
I need a
okay?
category. For your viewing pleasure, Old Man Comes Rolling Home. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Okay, you know the children's song, This Old Man, right? This old man came down the hill. All right. Well,
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
think
play
so.
with our old man. You ready?
Okie dokie, boy.
Okay, don't spit on the microphone, please.
Bite it.
If our old man...
Hey, that's me.
That's right, that's you. If our old man plays like this old man in the song, on which of my things will he not play knick-knack? My thumb, my knee, my door, or my bone?
I think it's my door.
I got confused.
No.
The correct answer is, old man'll knick-knack paddywhack give the dog a bone, but he's not coming anywhere near mine.
Hey, Schmitty, what's a paddywhack?
I don't know, old man, but that's not the question. So
I get to touch you for that.
stop touching me! Stop getting your old all over me. Throw me a category. Well, what do we have here? Old people stink. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Put your head between your knees, because we're going down. If your family countenances your grandfather's incontinence, what are they doing? Extolling the virtues of his ear hair, lauding his loose bowels, bragging about his belching, or balking at his bladder.
I think it would be his,
Well, I guess this answer depends on your interpretation. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. To countenance is to show support, so apparently your family is A-okay with Grandpa's lack of control, which is fine, so long as, you know, your second cousin from Kansas City doesn't think it's A-okay to follow Grandpa's lead.
No, that's just gonna make things very awkward very quickly.
Welcome to the Jack Attack. When you see two words, always in a hurry.
I think I got it.
You're a joy to hang out with. Here's your clue.
Watch your mouth,
Hey,
Schmitty.
Doc, I'll tell you where it hurts. I should have married a doctor. Have fun.
Tooth. Heart. Endocrinologist. Maybe it's glands? It is. Rheumatologist, I think that's the lungs. No, it's joints, my bad. Neurologist, that would be the head. Podiatrist is the feet. Urologist is the bladder. It would probably be nerves then. Yeah.
Sweet mercy, you're like some kind of machine. Let's check out your score. That's the game. Wow, that was an exciting game. It was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left. Now look to
I
your
don't
right.
think so,
Now repeat
Schmitty.
after me.
You don't know Jack.
Hi there. I'm Mr. Foley from the American Council on Urine.
Okay, so you're on the high scoreboard of a You Don't Know Jack game. Well, to know this much about trivia makes you someone others can look at and, well, pity, I guess. If you want to keep the world of responsibility at bay just a little longer, we can play another game. Just let me know what you want to do.
I think we're going to call it here. All right. This... Give me a second. Wait, being stubborn. This concludes this episode of You Don't Know Jack, the Louder, Faster, Funnier. If you like what you see here, be sure to leave a comment in the section below. Give a thumbs up. And we'll spread the word. We'll see you next time here on Tickets Please